Hi, welcome to Shark Tank PHHS Virtual Space. If you're pitching your business idea, you're not just selling a product, you're asking someone to believe in you and invest in your future. In this video, you'll learn 7 powerful strategies that will help you think like an investor so you can pitch with confidence, clarity, and real business strategy. Let's get started with the first strategy. This first strategy is about enterprise value, showing that your business can grow long term. Instead of saying, we made $5,000 in sales, say, this business can grow because customers keep coming back and we can expand to other schools and cities. A lot of students say we made $5,000 in sales. That's good, but that's the past. Sharks are thinking bigger. They're asking, can this grow beyond today? Will customers stay loyal? Can this become big over time? They're always focused on the future, not just the present. So here's the simple technique. Always explain how your business grows in the future, not just what it did last week. Now let's talk about risk mitigation. This is where you show that you've thought about what could go wrong. Sharks are always thinking what could fail. Even if they don't say it right away, it's in their head. Strong founders don't ignore risk. They talk about it confidently. For example, you might say, one risk is that students might lose interest. To prevent that, we are creating monthly product drops and student ambassadors. See what happened there? You named the risk. You explained how you'll handle it, and you showed a plan. That makes you sound prepared and strategic. When you bring up risk first, you control the conversation instead of getting surprised by tough questions. First, name one risk. Every business has one. Be honest about it. Second, explain how you will handle it. What specific action are you taking to reduce that risk? Third, show that you have a backup plan. If your first solution doesn't work, what will you do next? When you follow these 3 steps, you show investors that you're not just hopeful, you're prepared. That makes you sound prepared and strategic. This is where you show how their investment will generate returns. A weak way to pitch is to say, we need $1,000 to buy supplies. That tells investors what you need, but not what they get. A stronger way to say it is, with $1,000, we can produce 200 units and make $3,000 in revenue. See the difference? You're not just asking for money. You're showing how money turns into more money. Investors always think in terms of input and output. If they give you $1, how does it become 3? When you clearly connect money in to money out, you start thinking like an investor. Here's the simple formula for explaining ROI. First, explain how much money you need. Be clear and specific. Not some funding, but an exact number. Second, explain what you will do with it. What are you buying? What are you producing? What action will that money create? Third, show how it turns into more money. How does that investment generate revenue? What is the return? When you clearly connect these 3 steps, investors can see the path from their money to growth. And that's the key idea here. Think like an investor. Now let's talk about market positioning. This is about explaining why you're different. A weak pitch sounds like this. Our product is cool. That doesn't tell investors anything. Lots of products are cool. A stronger pitch sounds like this. Our product is different because it's made specifically for high school athletes, not adults. Now that's clear. You're showing who it's for. You're showing how it's focused, and you're showing why it stands out. Investors don't invest in businesses that sound like everyone else. They invest in businesses that own a clear space in the market, so don't just say it's cool. Explain why it's different. So here's the simple formula to make that happen. First, ask yourself, who is it for? Be specific. Not everyone, not all students. Exactly who needs this the most? Second, why is it better? What problem does it solve better than other options? Is it faster, easier, more affordable, more relatable? Third, what makes it unique? Is it your design, your community, your partnerships, your experience? What makes it hard to ignore? When you can clearly answer these 3 questions, investors immediately understand your position in the market. And that's the goal. Stand out clearly, so investors instantly see why you're different. Now let's talk about competitive advantage. This is where you answer one powerful question. Why can't someone copy you? Sharks are always thinking, what stops another student from doing this? If your idea is easy to copy, it's risky. So instead of just describing your product, explain what protects it. For example, you might say, "We already have partnerships with 3 schools and exclusive designs created by student artists." Now you're showing strength, you're showing relationships, you're showing exclusivity, you're showing something that isn't easy to duplicate. When you prove that your business has protection, your idea becomes much more valuable in the eyes of investors. Here's the simple formula for building competitive advantage. First, show relationships. Do you have partnerships, suppliers, school support, or early customers? Strong relationships are hard to replace. Second, show brand loyalty. Are customers coming back? Do people recognize your name? Loyalty makes your business stronger over time. Third, show something hard to copy. This could be exclusive designs, special access, unique skills, or a first-mover advantage. When you combine these 3 things, your idea becomes more protected and more valuable. And that makes your idea stronger in the eyes of investors. Now let's talk about smart use of money. Investors are always thinking, is this founder smart and efficient with money? They don't just care about how much you can make. They care about how wisely you spend. A strong answer sounds like this. We tested with a small batch first to make sure students wanted it before spending more. That shows discipline. Shows that you didn't rush. You tested first. You learned. Then you scaled. Smart founders don't spend big right away. They start small, prove demand, and improve before growing. When you show that you're careful with money, investors feel safer investing in you. Let's break this down into 3 simple habits. First, spend with purpose. Every dollar should have a clear reason. Don't spend just because others are spending. Ask yourself, what problem is this solving? Second, prove then expand. Before you go bigger, make sure it works. If students love it, then grow it. If not, fix it first. Third, make your money last. Your money is like fuel. The longer it lasts, the more chances you have to succeed. Careful spending gives you more time to improve and win. When you follow these 3 habits, your idea becomes stronger. Not because you spent more, but because you spent smarter. Now let's move to the final piece, leadership confidence. You can have strong numbers. You can have a smart strategy. But if you don't present with confidence, investors will hesitate. The big idea here is simple. Act like a future CEO. That starts with how you show up. Speak clearly. Look confident. Don't rush your words. And always know your numbers. Investors pay attention to how you say something just as much as what you say. Instead of saying, "I think this might work," say, "Based on our testing, we believe this will succeed," because, hear the difference? That's confidence backed by preparation. When you sound prepared and certain, investors feel more certain about you. If you remember one thing, remember this. Sharks invest in people who understand money, manage risk, and show growth, not just people with creative ideas. When you think like an investor, your pitch becomes stronger instantly. And that's how you win Shark Tank. Thanks for watching. See you in the next lesson.